We are touching on a beauty topic my more mature friends will understand. As we age, our skin changes. We know that. And a common concern is more visible pores. Our skin starts to lose that smooth porcelain appearance, but a subtle change in product and technique, and you can visibly reduce that texture for more radiant skin. That's according to Studio 5 style and beauty contributor Megan Moore.
Hello.
I am like your customer. I am your front row eager student. It was funny, and I told Megan, I first saw this in a girlfriend.
Yeah.
The pore effect, right? And I lovingly just noticed it and didn't say anything. And then a week later, I'm like in the mirror, oh, it's me, it's me. What happens exactly that makes it change?
Well, it's interesting, as we lose elasticity, we just don't have that smooth surface that the elasticity gives us. So we get more of the dips and the valleys that are definitely more noticeable. And also, we kind of go through a second puberty, if you will, where our oil production changes again. So it's like it dries out for a while, and then sometimes it swings back up and we get more oil production. So it's kind of one of those things where it's just like, really? I mean, come on.
I imagine what we'll talk about today is more about concealing. We're not visibly changing the pores.
Yeah, it's actually physically not possible to change your pore size. That's genetically, decided for you. So what you can do is help reduce it with some skincare and some makeup, but you can't actually change the size of your pores.
And you say these advice points can help any age?
Oh, for sure. Anybody that's dealing with it, doesn't matter, but we tend to see it a little bit more as we age. But yeah, you could certainly have larger pores at any age.
All right, let's start with skincare. What do you recommend?
Okay, so the biggest thing with pores is it's actually the little kind of holes where the sebum, the oil is made. So if we can keep those pores clean of that sebum, they're not going to be as noticeable, right? So exfoliation is key. So I've got two products here that you can do this with. One is using a liquid exfoliant. Okay, this is a beta hydroxy acid. This one's by Paula's Choice. I've been using it, recommending it for more than a decade.
I was going to say, I've heard this, seen this product.
It's just, I go back to it time and time again.
Over and over, yeah.
So it's something that you're going to put on at night after your cleanse, and it's going to help clean out, sweep out the debris and the oil in those pores.
Nightly?
Nightly, well, not every night. I would say with exfoliation, sometimes more is too much. So I would say start with 2 times a week. You could build it to 3, but it doesn't need to be more often than that.
Because is it true that if you over exfoliate, your body will overproduce oil?
It can, but more than that, it becomes more sensitive because we do need some oil. That's called our barrier layer. We do need it for some protection. So if we're stripping it away all the time, we can actually create redness, dryness. So it could create other problems in the place of the oil.
There's also a tool you like, and you kind of coined it as an at-home facial.
Yeah, so this is a really fun tool, and it's literally fun.
Fun?
Like, I absolutely love to use it. Okay, so this is by Beauty Bio, and it is like a pore cleansing machine, very similar to like if you go to the spa and you get a hydrofacial or a diamond glow facial. Okay, it's got 2 different chambers in it. One's got the clean water and then a salicylic acid in it, and then the other side is just the empty waste chamber. So it is putting in that nice salicylic acid and then sucking it out in the same motion.
Oh gosh, do I want to see the empty chamber at the end?
I mean, mine's not too gross because I'm pretty good at keeping it clean. But yeah, it's really amazing. So this is like a splurge. This is an investment. But if you think about it, a hydrofacial at a salon is about $200. So this is a great option at home. I do think the spa option is going to give you better results, but in between, this one's
Did you say how often you would use that?
Just once a week. If you do it too much, you're going to feel like dried and red and all that thing. So it's a nighttime like self-care moment.
Nice. Once we've checked the skincare box, then it comes to kind of the illusion.
Yes, this is the illusion, and that's a great way to put it. We're looking for products that kind of create a veil over the pores, right? They're not going to make them smaller, but they can create a veil over it. So this line right here, this is by Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Blur Primer and Foundation. It's pretty new to the market, but I have not seen this much buzz on a foundation in years. It really just works for so many different skin types. Okay, I'm going to give you one tip on this. Okay, I'm going to say when you're at a store and you're trying to decide, oh, color. A lot of people go here, but I'm going to say go right here because we've got this texture. We've got these lines in our hand
like
right here.
Your thumb palm.
Yep, and so use this to see how it's going to lay over the texture.
Don't go on the smoothest part of your hand, ladies.
No,
let's be real.
Go over the bumpiest part. You're going to see how it lays. You're going to see how it collects. You're going to see how it dries.
Smart.
So use that to figure out, is this going to be great for me? Now, other thing, the color of your foundation is going to make a huge difference on if your pores show up or not. If it's not a match, especially if it's too light, your pores will be enhanced. So color is key.
If I have a foundation I love, I mean, I appreciate that you're saying this is the big buzz right now, worth the try. can I use this separately?
Yeah, absolutely. They use silica, which floats over the surface to kind of give you that veil that we're talking about.
Okay, and then we set it?
We set it, and you may not need to use both. So I would say, you know, pick and choose. You may not need all of these, but kind of play around with it. Now, this is my favorite setting powder right now. I absolutely swear by it. It's by Polite Society. It's a very isn't it cute?
That's cute.
It's a very finely milled. It's talc-free, so it's really great for you, but it will just cut the shine, and you get to pick and choose. Watch this video. So you can see down the middle of my forehead, there's a line created where that shine just disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that amazing? So you're gonna use a powder puff and you're gonna press it in where you want to cut the shine and the pores, but then leave the glow wherever else you want. So you can see the difference between one side or the other. It really is magic.
I do feel much better about my pore situation after setting powder.
Yep.
I do. Have I ever told you I have a cute mirror face?
Oh, thanks.
You do. Aren't we glad?
Yeah, that's great. I've never had that
You have a very
compliment.
cute, controlled mirror face.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Next,
and then
blush.
last, blush. Blush can be tricky because a lot of blushes out there are going to have the glow to them, which I do really love, but they are going to accentuate more pores if they're glowy. If they've got any kind of shimmer in them or a glowy reflection, it's going to reflect off those pores. So if that bothers you, going for a more matte option is going to be your best one. This is an option by Cali Ray, and same thing. I would take it, I'm going to put it on that spot, and I'm going to kind of blend it in and see how it floats over the texture there, and then I can decide if that's something I like. So a more matte option is going to be better for the pores.
Is there a relation or a connection between, like, when I feel the makeup is on top of my skin as opposed to, is that a pore thing?
It is a pore thing. I would also say it's a prep thing, so your skin needs to be really hydrated and prepped, exfoliated good. So sometimes if our skin has like maybe too much oil on it or a peach fuzz issue, the makeup can feel like it's a little bit too floaty. So this will do that. I will say that these products are designed to kind of float over the top of the skin, so just keep that in mind. But you have to pick and choose what's most important to you. Yeah.
Choose your battles.
Choose your battles.
All right, Megan, where can we get more advice from you?
Always at thebeautysnoop.com, and then, of course, over on Instagram at BeautySnoop.
You'll learn so much and have a fun time doing it, so be sure to click over and give her a follow.